everybody, my name is AFHGaming, but before we get anywhere near the video, please make sure to go and check out the Everlasting Summer fan page community to keep updated with the game and all the awesome features coming soon. Lots and lots of amazing pictures and posts, and yeah, basically the site is where all Everlasting Summer fans unite. If you have any questions, make sure to ask this young fella right here. He's so cute and sexy, but I'm not gay, of course. I'm not gay. And let's not forget to mention the beautifulest girl in the camp is Slavia, of course. Am I right or wrong? I'm sure I'm right. If I zoom in very closely, you can see both of her boobies collapse as she skips through the moonlight. And let's not forget to mention the maddest girl in the game, Elisa, who could be even part of the Illuminati, and her big boobies! Hello everybody, my name is AFHGaming. Welcome back to some more Everlasting Summer Let's Play! So now we're in the swimming, and now we're gonna have some fun with Elisa and Oliana, yay! But I've already read all this, so let's just skip ahead. Ooh, Olga, you're so cute with those suits. Okay, now guys, we are at the choice. What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? I think we're trying to find Shirk now, so, forest, bus stop, boathouse. Let's go to the boathouse. Yeah, let's go to the boathouse. Maybe Shirk decided to pick up blah 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 blah. I think I already read all this. Let's go, skip ahead. Uh-oh, guys, we've been locked up. Time to escape. Whoa, busted. It seems that Elisa is now surprised that she has found me. Next up, we are going to go to the bus stop, I believe. Let's go. Miku! We're gonna go have some fun. But, should we... That's her route if I go with Miku, so I shouldn't go with Miku. But I'm gonna go with her anyways. Time to sing beautifully, oh Miku. Show me the wonders of your voice. You're such a cute Japanese girl, but I'm afraid I'm going for Lena. Guys, we are now a nurse for a day, and Lena's now here. We have already read all this part until we got to this part now. So, basically he's gonna ask her about what he saw in the magazine about a fashion show. He's gonna ask her what she looks in dress. I think you'd look gorgeous in it. Or just asking. I'm thinking of just asking because I don't want to spoil my interest in her. I don't know, if I say I think you look gorgeous in it, I think that'll be too much. I really don't know. Let's just asking. For God's sake, Oliana. You have been stealing candies, right? Yes, definitely. Stealing candies is what you do. The beautiful wonder girl is Slavia. The most amazing girl I've ever been with. Right, I don't think we should ask about the bundle. Or should we? Nah. Bye, Slavia! Okay, guys, we're about to give or not give, but of course, you know the answer. Do not give Elisa the activated carbon, but she's gonna take it anyways to make the frickin' explosion and blame it on us, maybe. So, yeah, do not give. Ooh, guys, look at that. There's a secret apple over there now. Should we eat it? I really don't know. Should I eat it? I don't know, I think I've made wrong choices. I really don't know if I'll get Lena. I just want to get her a good ending. I don't think I will. Just do not eat the apple. No, I will not eat it. We finally reunite as a family! Yay! Oh my god, guys, there's an explosion! Oh my god! We better go check it out! Uh-oh, looks like Elisa and Oliana are the ones who did it! Oh my god! Electronic found Shirk's boot! But that's not enough information, you dumbass! Right, guys, this is where it all begins! Trying to get the girl that we want. So go with Lena! Go with Lena! It's foolish to think that Lena won't get scared. Am I going there alone? I'm gonna make sure not to look thoughtfully. Perhaps you're right. We'll go together tomorrow morning. Morning, okay, we stood in silence. Yeah. We stood there and all this stuff. I think I'll be AFHGaming now. I think I'll, I think I already read all this bit. Okay, now let's read. When I reached the square, I understood that hanging around in the forest was something other strange place might not be scary at all. But doing so in the dark, I didn't want to return to AFHGaming's cabin, but I had to find a flashlight. For instance, there was one in the infirmary. I was glad I didn't spend my whole time there reading in my fashion magazine. The flashlight was found quickly, and in a few minutes, I was again standing at the square, pulling myself together. I just had to make the final decision before I entered the forest. Moving past the pioneer's cabin, down the forest pathway towards the abandoned camp. I set forth. Electronic told me that the old building was built immediately after the war. It looked like a kindergarten or like a barracks I expected, and I definitely could hold fewer pioneers than today's camp. It had been abandoned for about 20 years. No, I'm going alone? What? Fuck off! I'm going alone! No way. Oh, okay, guys. We're gonna go alone. God. Let us just do this. Come on. Let's do this. Man up, Semyon. It doesn't matter if Lena ain't here. I don't think we're gonna get her good ending or her bad ending. I don't really know. Let's just go for it. I really have no intention to read all this because I've already really read all this with Slavia. I think he's gonna say the same thing. We're just gonna go down to the basement and all this stuff. Let's just go. Oh my god, guys. We're all alone. A secret underground bomb shelter! Interesting. Let's go down the hole quick! A tunnel! Let's go! Let's just do the same as we did last time. I think I do remember. So let's just go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right every time. Oh, guys, we have made it into the door. I wonder what's behind it. It could be. I opened it and went inside a small. Nobody was here except Shurik, who sat in the corner. Shurik! He stared at me with eyes full of terror. Ah! Don't come near me! Shurik, it's me, Semyon! I won't give up so easily. He grabbed a piece of reinforced bar from behind his back and started waving it around. What? I've never read this before. Shurik, what's wrong with you? Calm down! First you bring me here, then you take me through this mine, and now you're pretending to be Semyon! He must have gone completely nuts. Shurik, calm down! Nobody's pretending to be me, I am really me! I tried to talk as calmly as I could, but I was almost feeling more nervous than him. Semyon? He squinted. Is that really you? Yes! And now tell me what happened! How did you get here? Shurik recovered his breath and started to talk. I need some parts for the robot! And I heard that there's a bomb shelter in the old camp, and there could be some instruments there. So I got up in the morning and went. He stopped for a minute, trying to deal with the trembling in his hands. I found suitable parts, but then a real primal fear in his eyes. The voices, they told me to go here. I went down the mine. They are telling me to go left, right, then left, then right, then left, then right, then left. He started to laugh hysterically. But now they won't get me. I'll stay sitting here. They won't find me here. He once again started to wave his pipe in the air. Shurik, there's no one there. I wasted quite a lot of time walking in the mine like you, but I didn't hear any voices. He fixed his eyes on me. Then you're with them! Whoa! Oh my god! He's like rushing! Shurik rushed towards me. I was just barely able to dodge him. Oh my god. But the flashlight wasn't as lucky, and I took the full force of Shurik's blow. We found ourselves in complete darkness. Now it was my turn to lose my mind. What have you done, you idiot? I lashed out with my hand in the direction where I expected Shurik to be, but no avail. Now we will both die here! I got nothing but silence in return, and then a quiet, hysterical laugh. It's alright, that's fine. I know where the exit is. Follow me. Follow you where? I can't see a damn thing! Follow my voice. I had no other choice. Here. Shurik's voice was heard from somewhere further on. How do you know where to go? I walked all over here. Then why didn't you leave? The voices. Quiet! They can hear us! In theory, I could believe that there are some supernatural forces here. In the Sovionic camp, they just be a daily occurrence. But there was no reason to panic yet, though my hands were shaking non-stop. Here! I slowly followed his voice and eventually lost track of time. We could have been roaming for a few minutes or a few hours. Finally, a dim light appeared in the distance. We're here! We reached the wall. The way towards freedom was blocked by a lantern ceiling. I pulled myself and recognized the square from the bits of the landscape I could see. Lift me up! Shirk obediently followed my request. I started to hit the grating with my fist so hard that in just a few strikes my arm were all covered in blood. Oh god. But in return, the grating gave way and pushed open. We're finally free! A minute later, we were out on the surface behind the Monument of Jeddah. When I saw this grating before, I had no idea that there could be a catacombs below. They will come for you! I fell to the ground exhausted. Who? They will come! He's crazy, said Shirk again and ran away. I was so exhausted I couldn't not even bothered thinking about some voice or recalling the forsaken camp, the bomb shelter, or the mine. Almost unconscious, I reached the camp leader's cabin, but I couldn't go to bed right away. Well, look who's here! Olga Dmitrievna! I started tiredly, attempting to cut the explanation to him. You said you were going for a walk, but instead... And I was going to call the police! Oh my god, this woman is so crazy. And, Olga Dmitrievna, can it wait till tomorrow? I'm really, really tired. The camp leader eyed me all over. Okay, fine. I was a bit surprised that she agreed so fast, but decided not to waste this opportunity and quickly turned the light off and darted under the covers. Good thinking, Semyon, good thinking. Oh, good night. Seems just gonna go to bed. Yep, day 5. Oh my god. Things aren't going well. We ran with the last of our strength, like those who run for the precious lives, like a doomed person knowing there is no hope to save his life, will still fight the invincible and own fate. I barely managed to close the heavy metal door behind me. But I think we've already read all this part, so let's just skip ahead! Oh, hey, Electronic, how is Shirk doing? I think he banged his head last time, so yeah. Tell him that I hate him, okay? Thanks. Uh-oh, guys. Sneaky, Semyon once again. Oh no, please don't show me this scene, come on. Yep. Let's just, I don't want to see this anymore. Right, where are we gonna go? Clubhouse, kitchen, infirmary. Clubhouse, kitchen, infirmary. Oh. Where are we good? Let's just go to the infirmary. Of course, it was better to take care of my health than anything else. Let's just go. Nurse, please don't strip. Thank you. Ooh, guys, it's time to go strawberry hunting! Row, row your boat gently down the stream. And if you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. 2 box and 1 box, so there's 2 baskets in total. Let us go with Lena! I want to go with Slavia so badly, but let's just go with Lena. Go with Lena. Let me go with you. Let's go. Okay, that's fine. Slavia grabbed the second basket and ventured to the opposite side of the island. So I haven't read this part, so let's just go ahead and read. Well? Let's go? Yeah. Lena smiled. Just pay attention, don't leave a single berry behind. You too. So it was harvest time. Indeed, the strawberries here were delicious. I could probably eat them all if I didn't stop myself in time. Despite being wild-grown, the berries were close to the garden ones in size and had rich red color, so it was clear that our visit here wasn't in vain. Lena followed me closely, as we had only 1 basket for both of us. I felt like a real mushroom picker, examining each shrub and carefully pawing the grass. Well, you're much better than me. Am I? Frankly, I'm not even counting them. Yeah, right you are. The basket was already half full. You must enjoy nature, right? I do. Wow, the bright sun rays pierced the tree's tops and blinded me for a second. I sat on the ground and leaned against the tree. Still, it's beautiful here. Lena sat down right next to me. Yes! So close that our elbows touched. Yeah. We just sat and enjoyed the moment. It seemed like the time stood still. The wind gently shook the tree leaves. Some bugs lazily hopped around the grass and splashed of sunlight played on the faraway water surface. Yes! Then I put her head on my shoulder. I was surprised at first, but then I heard her regular breathing and thought that it's just a matter of course. Probably she felt drowsy and wanted to take a quick nap. I just sat there and I didn't think of anything for a few minutes. But then words started crossing my mind with ultrasonic speed. Lena. So close, sleeping, so warm, so gentle, feelings. I gazed at her. She had such a serene, such a tranquil look on her face that it seemed that right now she's not here, but in some kind of a better world. I didn't know what would have happened the next moment if I didn't hear the voice of Slavia. Semyon, Lena! I shook my head from side to side a few times to come to my senses. Lena started to wake up. She opened her eyes and gave me an empty look. Have a nice dream? Huh? Suddenly realizing that she had dozed off leaning on my shoulder, Lena blushed. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine. Slavia came over to us, so Lena rushed to get up. So how much have you got? I sighed. That's not a lot. Her basket was filled with strawberries to the brim. Well, it's enough anyway. It's time to get back. I grabbed the basket and we headed back to the boat. The way back took less time as I tried to concentrate on rowing and ignoring everything else. My only wish was to get back alive, as the first trip hadn't gone without consequences, and now my hands started to hurt after only a few sweeps of my oars. Having tied up the boat, I fell to the ground with no energy left. Slavia then leaned over me. And I think we've already read this, so let's just go. Hungry strawberries run! Okay, let's just give credit to the girls, shall we? Thanks to the girls' help. Okay, Clubhouse, Infirmary. I actually didn't go to either of Infirmary. Let's go to the library, where Lena could obviously be. She likes books, so let's go. Hi, Xenia, you suck. I mean it, really, you suck. Okay, the next choice is either to take the book off her or stay on guard. Let us stay on guard. I don't want to cause any problems. Next up, we're gonna go to the infirmary. Let's see what we have. Uh-oh, guys, we got vodka! We got the alcoholic drink vodka, and we're about to get busted by Slavia. We got away, guys, but I think Oriana just noticed it. I hid it under the bed, guys, and that is good news. Let's go to the clubhouse. Yep. Building an unnaturalistic robot. Let's move. Lena came over here to give us a beautiful handcart. Thank you, Lena. Miku! I have no idea how long I've been doing this for. Meeting you every time and you constantly talking. Please go away. Oh, guys, think we're going for a hike. Yep, and now they're digging into the cake, which was supposed to be my celebration. Well, I'm stuck in a hike with Lena. Sorry, Xenia, but I'm gonna escape this easily. Right, this is going to be new. I am not gonna just say. I'm actually gonna try to find out what Lisa and Lena are here, because I'm trying to find out Lena. So I need to go find out exactly what's going on. Only Lena and Elisa stood out in this splendor. I'm gonna have to stop some guys. Well, of course, it was quite natural for Elisa to be arguing with someone like that. By hearing Lena talk in a raised voice, I came closer silently, trying to find out what was going on. No, you listen to me! Wow, both angry girls. I'm not going to listen to anything! Really? Great, then! Elisa turned away and her eyes met mine. At first, she obviously was confused about what was going on, but then... So you're eavesdropping? What? Me? No! She began to slowly advancing on me. I took every steps back. Lena, however, remained standing where she was. Well, okay, then listen. Elisa stopped halfway and turned back to Lena. By the way, did you know he was peeping on me today? No! No! That ruined my... No! What? Peeping and he saw everything. Is that true? Lena wrung her hands dexterously, gave me a quick glance and started staring at the ground as if she was cut off from the world. Uh-oh. No, nothing like that happened! Having thrown an angry glance at Elisa, I came up to Lena. Why were you denying it? I even have a witness. Your witness is even worse than you. So you'll stick to your claim that it didn't happen. I took a second to think. But really, why do I have such a pathological desire to exonerate myself before Lena? As though I vitally need her opinion of me to remain unchanged. Though how would I know what she's thinking? It didn't happen! Lena threw an playful look at Lisa and raised her eyes to to me right after that, eyes full of discomfort and hope. No! It suddenly became unbearable to stare into these eyes. It didn't happen! I repeat less confidently.
Well, whatever.
Elisa sneered from behind me.
It's up to you to decide who to trust.
She said to Lena offendedly, then turned away and headed to the bonfire.
Is that true?
I felt uncomfortable like a fish out of water, feeling the urge to end this as fast as possible. And why should I have to excuse myself to her? Well, so what if it did happen? I looked at Lena boldly, but noticed only a bright sunset gleam reflected in a tear, which was going down her cheek. No! No! No, I meant...
You don't need to lie.
She wiped off her tears and tried to smile.
After all, it's none of my business.
No, why isn't it? But why is it? It's just that well, it was an accident, get it? An accident which was caused by Oleana, nothing more.
Yeah, sure.
It's true.
I believe you.
Oh, thank God. Lena was saying everything with absolutely no emotion, like she didn't care at all about what was going on. I was almost able to believe it, but her tears a few seconds ago. It seems that to me that you don't.
What is this, some kind of game?
Lena said quietly, but there was a hint of anger in her tone.
You really need to convince me of that. And even if I believe you, what then? Would it all become true?
I'm not trying to convince you of anything, I just want you to understand that I'm not guilty and didn't want him.
Why should I care at all?
Lena shouted. I was standing with my back to the bonfire, but I was sure that all the pioneers had turned in our direction.
If you want to peep at someone, do it! Do whatever you want! But why do you bother me?
I'm not! But really, from my point of view, it looked that way. I'm trying to excuse myself to Lena with no success, like a guilty child, or maybe even like a husband who slipped by.
Just so you know, I don't care!
Lena turned away and headed back to the camp at fast walk. Oh, we failed that, definitely. I didn't try to stop her. Now it certainly wasn't the best solution. She's on the edge. No attempts to convince her or appeal to reason would help. Since when is she like that? Screaming that way, getting mad. With these thoughts in my mind, I returned to the bonfire and sat down on a wooden log. It was nighttime now.
So?
Elisa asked after sitting herself nearby. What?
Not a great success, huh?
As you see, I growled out while picking at the coals with a stick. It grew completely dark, and then the glade was plunged into darkness. The surrounding landscape was reminiscent of a picture with a child's book about a wood monster. An unknown forest creature is just about to spring out from behind the tree. Predatory owls hoot menacingly in tree branches. Even mice looking out from the snags stare at you with distrust. I was not afraid at that moment. Everything was different from the previous day, when I was in the dungeon at the old camp. The moon was shining brightly, paying close attention to our brave troop. The world was sleeping, waiting for the morning, bathing in the moonlight.
As I thought, though it was expected.
But why? I finally managed to pick up the largest burning log and throw it into the center of the fire, causing the flames to rise about a meter high, and a vortex of sparks to spread all around the directions. Does Lena often behave like that?
How?
Screaming at others. I couldn't believe she would act in such a way.
She's a human like anyone else.
Elisa giggled.
As if you hadn't noticed this before.
What hadn't I noticed?
Her.
What do you mean?
I mean, this is her true face.
What do you mean, true face?
Oh, you're so stupid!
Finish what you started.
She's not what she seems like. Not like how you thought her for before.
So how is she?
Okay, I'm sick of this.
Elisa stood up, intending to leave. I didn't say anything, just sat and listened to the silence of the forest.
By the way, if you want to follow her, I think she's on the island.
On what island?
The one you were gathering strawberries today.
And what is she doing there?
You really are an idiot!
How am I an idiot? You're not explaining to me why she's there. Elisa stomped the ground, circled the campfire, and sat opposite. I must have really lost track of things. My head was absolutely blank. To be precise, it was so heavy and full so that not even a single idea would have the chance to dwell there. If I would compare my brain and its prime to a broad highway full of speeding thoughts overtaking each other and causing giant chaotic crashes, then now it's nothing but a forgotten tiny path in a distant, desolate forest which is only used in times of absolute necessity. I tried to think over what had happened, analyze it somehow, but it seemed I was bashing against an invisible wall. Moreover, it was impossible for me to find a single emotion in my soul, any response, as if it had all happened to someone else. I failed to convince Lena that I'm not guilty. Should I care? Of course you should, Lena cried, screamed, and then left. So what? I don't feel anything about it. Should I? I bit my lip until it bled and stood up. I couldn't bear to stay here among these laughing pioneers. I should run away. It doesn't matter where to go, to the forest, to the mine, even to space. I don't care, just so long as I can get far away from here. I seized a moment when the camp leader was looking in the other direction and vanished into the forest shadows. There had been no rain for a long time. However, I'm not sure whether it rains here at all. What a stupid idea, of course, it does. The plants need some moisture. The night was fresher than the afternoon, but the air still hadn't had enough time to cool. I felt a little dizzy from the evening softness. Suddenly, I realized that I really wanted to swim. It's quite a normal desire because the days are hot and you constantly feel soaked with sweat during the daytime. I didn't even notice that I've been approaching the pier. Why not the beach? Thoughts of Lena came over me again. Everything that I tried to ignore came out and brought lots of inconvenient questions, inappropriate answers, and vague desires. It was obvious that I had been led to the pier by a subconscious. But what do I really want? To apologize to her and for something to convince her of something? No, unlikely. I just wanted to get some sort of reaction from her. Wanted her to say, yes, I understand everything, and just smile. And then I could stop myself from feeling like that. It was necessary for me to be understood by someone, even in this world. I untied a boat, pushed into the water, got in, and took up the paddles. Okay, it was an easier row this time. My hands were still hurting, but I managed to develop some sort of technique that allowed me to travel quite directly. The river seemed frozen, spreading under the boat like a translucent veil. The moonlight was piercing deep into the water, so it was almost possible to see the bottom. I started rowing. We made it to Strawberry Island, guys, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to stop here and see what happens in the next episode with Semyon and Lena. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this episode, and subscribe to join the AFH Army, and I'll see you all in my next video. Adios!